There has been a lot of talk for the last several days about Michael Moore's tweet, and it is as follows. This comes from May 28, 2020. Good citizens burning down the evil police precinct in Minnesota after all police were out and safe. All police should go home. No violence, please. Police headquarters must be demolished by the city tomorrow as a show of contrition to Black America. Rebuild PD with decent, kind people, aka people of color. And immediately this started to create a firestorm of recognition. Of course, this sort of thing is what the freedom of speech in our great country of America protects. A moron like Michael Moore has the right to get on and say any inflammatory thing he wants, the same way I have the right to say what is politically incorrect. But it's the fact that this was an outrage statement that contributes to our present predicament even more. Condoning the destruction of a police station presents all sorts of problems. Number one, the problem of evidence, whatever evidence was contained in this police station, from convicting someone who's guilty of a crime. Who knows how many people will have to be let go because of the evidence that might have been housed at this police station that is now destroyed. Second, this limits the ability of calls to be answered for things like domestic violence and public intoxication and all sorts of crimes. Now, the city is incapacitated by having less police in an area able to answer calls. Instead of saying something like this, why didn't he offer for the thugs to burn down his own house? Why, instead of asking the police to be incapacitated by this, why didn't he instead say, come to my house, I am a rich white guy worth 50 million bucks. Why don't you destroy my house and I will take the loss because I'm that noble of a person? Instead, what he did is keeps his $50 million net worth, and who knows how much his mansion is worth, and he turns around and says, go and take out your anger on the police. In essence, he's saying, you have my blessing. Folks, it is this sort of stuff that only exacerbates the problem of what we're going through. White guilt, something Moore has a lot of, is something that has gotten the better of his judgment. He's using his influence, what little he has, to say, hey, you need to hate on the people who protect you when your life is in danger. You need to hate on the people who take your reports when you have an accident and you have to file an insurance claim. You need to hate on them. In essence, Moore is condoning making the jobs of police far more difficult than they already were. It's one thing to make stupid documentaries about global warming and the inequality of getting insurance at an affordable rate for the working class. Go ahead, sky's the limit, do what you want. But don't come out and put your blessing on the destruction of the police. Because now you've made, including your own life, you've made everybody else's life harder. You fucking moron, Michael Moore.